What's up guys, today I want to talk about ILUS International, OTC ticker ILUS. It has been a very good week for this OTC stock with ILUS up over 70% in the past week. So in this video I will look at the latest news and I will discuss why I think that this is only the beginning. And I will look at the charts later in this video and give you my thoughts on what will happen over the next few weeks. This stock has some very important catalysts coming up very soon too, so stick around until the end of the video and don't miss out on any vital information. If you enjoy my ILUS videos and want me to create regular updates, then can I ask you to smash the like button. My last ILUS video has about 300 likes, so thank you to everyone who watched that and liked that video. I'm aiming to get 300 likes again on this video. Help me achieve that goal. It literally costs you nothing, but it helps me out more than you know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video with the potential to make you money. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Now let's get into it. So the latest news from ILUS came the other evening, with the company announcing that it is set to expand its wildland firefighting growth strategy, with signed letters of intent to acquire 2 wildfire equipment manufacturers and in line with the upcoming subsidiary uplist plans. The company is gearing up extensive manufacturing facilities for wildland firefighting equipment and specialist vehicles in Serbia. So in recent years we have seen an ever-increasing number of extreme weather events all over the world. The frequency and severity of wildfires has increased and is showing no signs of slowing, but this does provide an opportunity for the likes of ILUS. It is estimated that the cost of damage from wildfires is approximately 1 to 2% of GDP in some high-income countries. Emergency Response Technologies is rolling out the acquisition and manufacturing plans, which will soon make it the leading global wildland firefighting technology manufacturer and solution provider. As part of several acquisitions which are underway for the subsidiary, the company is in the process of completing the acquisition of 2 companies which specialize in the manufacture of wildland firefighting equipment. Both companies are already prominent equipment manufacturers and together they hold the most extensive global distribution network. To further accelerate the growth of acquisitions, ILUS has agreed plans to open a new state-of-the-art wildland firefighting equipment manufacturing facility in Serbia. The Serbia facility will primarily manufacture firefighting tools, pumps and specialist vehicles. This plant will incorporate large manufacturing facilities and each division receives its own substantial government incentives. The additional wildland firefighting equipment manufacturing facilities will be complemented by 2 further specialist engineering and manufacturing acquisitions in New Jersey, USA and in the north of England. Both of these acquisitions are also in the final stages, forming part of the achievement of ERT's significant milestone. With government spending billions every year to combat wildfires, ILUS see this as a huge opportunity market and are dedicated to ramp up manufacturing capability to soon be the world's largest wildfire equipment distribution network. So as JP Backwell says here, our patented water-saving technology will be complemented by patented wildland firefighting tools and equipment, which is already proving instrumental in combating wildfires. And this line gives us the biggest insight into the real ambition of JP and Nick. Given the plans we are rolling out, I am confident that ILUS will be an industry leader in wildland firefighting by the end of 2023. I am looking forward to signing off on the final plans of all the divisions in Serbia next week. So next week is clearly going to be a big week for ILUS and I do expect to see the share price move up again over the coming weeks as we begin to see some major milestones being hit. Now looking back to just 2 weeks ago, I made a video talking about how I expected a major breakout was about to happen for ILUS stock within the next couple of weeks. This video at the end of August was made where the ILUS stock was trading at only 6 cents after bouncing off its 52-week low. Since this video, ILUS has gained nearly 100%, going from just 6 cents up to 12 cents this week, which is the highest price that this stock has been at since May. But this is just the beginning and let me explain. Guys, if you've watched this far into the video and you appreciate the content, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And check out my Twitter at PaulTInvesting to stay up to date. Now we have known for a while that September was going to be a big month for ILUS. At the end of August, we had the first of a series of major milestones when the company announced the completion of the 2-year audit. And I am looking forward to see the release of the audited financial statements. Now I've said this many times that on the OTC there is a lot of bad stocks. A lot of companies that will never be able to achieve profitability. Companies that will spin a story for the future but will never do anything other than accumulate losses. ILUS, on the other hand, has managed to expand rapidly over the past 18 months and have managed to do this profitably, which is extremely rare on the OTC. And I will look at the latest financials in just a moment to see this, as well as looking at the charts to look at what I think will happen next. But last week the company announced that they will be making important announcements on the following milestones during the month of September. First of all, we have the filing of the Form 10 registration statement with the SEC, the uplist to a major stock exchange, the announcement regarding the share lockup and share buyback, a 100 million revenue acquisition by the company's industrial subsidiary, Quality Industrial Corp. We have the first site that the company is acquiring in Serbia and details on the investment project and its incentives and further acquisitions, which are in the final stages, which I mentioned a moment ago. In order to become fully reporting, change its name and uplist to the OTCQB, ILUS underwent the audit of its 2020 and 2021 financials, the completion of which was announced on the 30th of August, and ILUS is now in the final stages of preparing its Form 10 registration statement, which it expects to file during September 2022. So this gives us a deadline of exactly 2 weeks from yesterday. But I expect that we will probably see some steady news about this sometime before the end of next week, and I expect this to have a very positive impact on the share price. Now, looking at the charts, we can see that over the past number of weeks, ILUS has been moving upwards, but had this major spike up here last week. Now, if we look at this graph on something simple like Google, it looks like the stock has been flat since that jump up. But it is actually clear and obvious looking at real charts that this stock is very much on an upward trend right now. But it is also sitting at this key level of support and likely to run higher again next week. Once we get more announcements from ILUS, especially the filing of the Form 10, this will prove to be a major catalyst going forward. And I do expect to see another price movement next week, similar to the one that we've seen this week. Finally, I want to look at the company's financials just to show you how much this company differs from the majority of OTC companies. Over the past 12 months alone, ILUS have more than doubled their assets. The liabilities have also gone up. But for a company that is expanding as fast as ILUS is, it is great to see that the stockholder equity is increasing. And the revenue that the company is generating is also now huge compared to last year. The revenue has increased more than 6-fold in 12 months. But this is also a point that ILUS have come in for criticism in recent times. Although revenue has increased 6-fold, going from just 2.8 to 19.6 million, the net income has only doubled, which in effect means that the margin of return has greatly diminished over the past 12 months. Now, I spoke about this a few weeks ago when the stock was only 6 cents. If ILUS can continue to grow revenues, but can get their level of margin back to what it was, then suddenly the scale of just how undervalued this stock is becomes very apparent. Making a net income of over $500,000 on less than $3 million of revenue is a very good margin. 1.1 million on 20 million revenue is not a good margin, but over the past 12 months, ILUS have incurred a lot of costs which would not be regular day-to-day costs, such as preparing 2 years of audits, the vast amount of due diligence that the company has done on the amount of acquisitions that they have made, and the general administrative expenses involved in uplisting onto a major exchange. So I do expect to see far better margins in the coming months from ILUS. So guys, what did you think of that? Drop a comment and let me know what you think and what you expect to see next week. Do you agree or disagree with anything that I have said? These videos give me the platform to share my opinions with you, so drop a comment down below and share your opinion with me, and let me know what you think the future holds for ILUS. Over the next week, we should see the filing of the company's Form 10, and I expect this to have a big impact as the company looks to move on to a bigger exchange. This is something that ILUS management have been talking about for more than a year now, so this is likely to have a big impact. And I think that the future looks very bright for ILUS International. But remember that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Remember to check out my Twitter at PaulTInvesting, and I'll see you in the next update video.